Hi there. So let's talk the path to pilot season and whether or not you're ready. And technically pilot season starts January, February 2016. But you can't start getting ready in December. By pilot season, you should have mastered how to audition for all of the major shows that are going on in your region, right? Do you even know all the major shows, and do you know all the major casting directors? Are they on your target list? Do you have relationships with them? These are all things to think about long before pilot season begins. Because the people who get auditions for pilot season are people who have relationships with casting directors. And I will tell you right now, casting directors are your path to work. Those relationships are as important as having a relationship with a director, because casting directors are the first point of contact, and casting directors are the people who give you your first break, not directors. Directors don't have relationships with agents, and directors don't look at breakdowns and keep up with who's out there and who's graduating and who's hot on the scene, who has this great training and who was great in that last show. Casting directors do. Casting directors make it their business to see every show in town, particularly those that got a great New York Times review, because they're always looking to have a roster of actors in each type that they can call upon on a dime. And the one true way to prove whether or not an actor can produce is in performance, right? It's the best way to get an agent. It's the best way to build a relationship with a casting director. And in lieu of getting them to see you in the show, having a fantastic reel, a business portfolio, essentially, that anybody, anytime, can go online and see you work, can see your showcase. When you go to graduate school, at the end of graduate school, 500 industry professionals, from casting directors to agents to network executives, come and see you at showcase, right? But when the showcase is over, where can people see your work? Well, I'll tell you. If they can't go to your IMDb page and see your showcase of work, meaning your headshot, your resume, and a reel of you performing work that shows not only your physical type, but your full emotional range, right? A reel that has variety, right? And a reel that speaks exactly to the center of your emotional range, because that will never change. How you look, you'll age, you'll cut your hair, you might even change genders. But your emotional center, those roles that are close to your emotional center, the fighter looking for justice, the woman who can't find her voice, right? The underdog, always expected to lose, but then surprises and with their tenacity overcomes. Those things that are closest to those emotional chords that sing to you are in the center of your range. You'll play them forever. And those are the roles that you could book with your eyes closed. Your reel should reflect that. Your reel, your headshot, your resume, and how to contact you. That's what should be online. Not your emotions and feelings and your biography on your website about how when you were 6 you wanted to do. That's not going to help you get a job. You want to provide a place where people can come and make a decision in 10 minutes as to whether or not they can call you in for an interview. As an actor, an interview is an audition. If I can't tell that from your page, if I can't come to your page and within 30 seconds access your headshot, your resume, your reel, and contact information, then I'm going to keep moving. I get this over and over again. I've said it till I'm blue in the face. It's in all my classes. Do not create a web page in which I have to click to another page to get your resume. Because here it is. I'm a casting director. I have 4 television shows with 200 characters each that I need to cast in the next 3 weeks. If I can't come to your page and make a 10-second decision as to whether or not I should call you in for an audition, if I have to search on your page and you don't have any credits, you're a newbie and you're looking to get your first break, if you make me work to discover you, you won't get discovered. It's really simple. And what's really fascinating about how simple it is to get work in TV and film is that the people who do the business of it, who are prepared, who have a place for people to find them and offer them work, are usually not the most talented. The most talented people are so busy being artists that they forget that this is a business. And the new model, since we now have the internet where you can become your own star and the network will come looking for you. If you're not using that vehicle to move your career forward, then I would wager that you're actually not serious and you're afraid of success. Because you have a situation in which you are not prepared for success. You don't have your license to operate, which is a place online where people can see a showcase of you. And a showcase that tells them exactly what to call you in for, how to cast you, all across your emotional types, as well as your physical types. Because if you are reflecting your emotional types properly, you're doubling the amount of roles that you're right for. Right? So if the role calls for a community organizer in a neighborhood that always speaks his mind or her mind and is at every community action meeting, but they also just happen to be a teacher or the person that owns the pet store, guess what? If on your reel you display yourself as someone who fights for the rights of the innocent, you could get called in for that part, irregardless of how you look. That's what a reel and a headshot and an entire brand, which is essentially what your web page and your Facebook page and your Actors Access page and your IMDb pages are. They are your platform for people to come and hire you. So they should be kicking butt. And guess what? Everything is free now. You can have a website for free. You can have email for free. You can have a Google Voice telephone number for free. Which is why I go back to my original point. If your business profile, which is essentially your path to pilot season, which is all of the things that are within your control, which is the platform where people come and see your showcase of work, if that's not in place and you've given no thought to it, I would wager that you're not serious about being an artist. Now, let's talk about those of us who want to get serious. That's what I'm going to talk about in the next video, so stay with me as we begin the path to pilot season.